Hey y'all, here I am about to do my first I don't know, video. Maybe that's what we could call it, video. And I'm gonna do it on pimento and cheese. You're thinking, pimento and cheese. You guessed it. There's a story behind pimento and cheese. I first fell in love with pimento cheese as a little girl when I went to Head Start. They would grill it. They would put like on just regular bed with real thin in the center and grill it. And I absolutely love it to this day that way. My husband, not so much. He says it's nasty. But I absolutely love it that way. And then I had it as an adult growing up. You know how you have different little types of sandwiches. And then me and my husband took a trip to Gatlinburg and we ate at the Backstage restaurant and I ordered pimento and cheese. What possessed me to order pimento and cheese? I have no clue. But I fell in love with this particular pimento and cheese. So I came home and tried my best to find a recipe as close as I could as to theirs. And I basically have it. My husband says it tastes just like it, but it's been 3 years ago, so you know, what can you remember from 3 years? What tastes like something from 3 years ago? So today I got a story to tell you that happened this Christmas while I was making pimento and cheese. And I made it for Christmas because it's my sister's favorite. She loves pimento and cheese, and on Christmas Day we kind of do light things. We don't do the whole turkey dressing and all that kind of stuff. We kind of keep it light. And we just, have a time to break away from all the festivity foods, I guess you could say. But anyway, come on. We're going to make pimento and cheese, and I got a story to tell you. So, first, 8 ounces cream cheese. So my dad can't hear. And he has the TV always up so loud, so cotton picking loud. And I had told my mom a couple of days before Christmas, I said, I really wish the TV would blow up or the satellite would blow up so we could all have a peaceful Christmas without the TV being so loud so you could hear everybody talk. And she got on to me, of course. She says, Christina, that's not nice. Okay. Just being honest, Mom, but okay. And she's right. It wasn't on. It's not nice. You want to cream your cream cheese. You want it to be soft. You want to leave it out for a couple hours. You want it just to be real, real good and creamy. But I start with 8 ounces of cream cheese. But anyway, so I come home and I was like, and I actually did pray. I was like, Lord, can you please just let the TV, something happen to it so that we could have a peaceful Christmas without all the noise from the TV and we're talking over the TV. And so I got the bright idea to go unplug just a little bit, just the power cord from the box, the little box where you get the signal from. Half a cup of mayonnaise, 8 ounces of cream cheese, half a cup of mayonnaise. You want a good high quality mayonnaise. You do not want a cheap mayonnaise. You want a good high quality mayonnaise. And we're just going to mix that in. So anyway, so I went and unplugged while he was in the bathroom, I went and unplugged a little something on the back of the satellite so it would stop working because it was very, very loud. Like all you could hear was the TV. The next thing I know, he's hollering, Ruth, the TV won't work. Call them. And she said, Roger, how am I going to get somebody out here on Christmas Day? He said, I don't know. If this cotton picking thing don't start working right, then we're just going to tell them to come get it. And y'all, we're just country people. That's all we are, is just country people. You want to mix this real well. You want to cream it together. You don't want any lumps. That's why your cream cheese needs to be very, very soft. Very, very soft. Sometimes I do this in a mixer. I just didn't want to drag it out today. But you can put it in the mixer. You just do not need to over mix because the more you mix, the more it breaks down your mayonnaise. So, okay. So anyway, he's hollering and she's calling and of course they can't send somebody out. You want about a tablespoon of black pepper, and just a pinch of salt. I don't do a lot of salt in any of my recipes because I do have high blood pressure. Past year I've been on a diet. I've tried to lower my blood pressure. I've done really, really well with that over the past year. So you will not see a lot of me adding a lot of salt in my recipes. So I'm over there mixing up and making the pimento and cheese. And next thing I know, my mom has done disassembled everything on the back of the TV, trying to figure out what's wrong with the satellite, or the cable, whatever, the satellite, why it won't come through. I'm standing in the kitchen just laughing. And the next thing I know, she finally got it to come in, and I was like, oh, no. She got it to working, and it was half working. You want 3 ounces. I think this is 3 ounces. 4 ounces. Just a 4-ounce container of pimentos. You want to add that. She got it to work, and it just wasn't working right. And I promise you, all I unplugged was the cord that ran from the satellite in. I just unscrewed it just a little bit. Like, I only did like maybe 1 or 2 screws on it. And the next thing I know, she's outside with a hammer banging on the satellite. Because, okay, I have to go back a little bit, but they've had trouble with this satellite company ever since they've installed the satellite. The satellite people have been out there multiple times. The dish kept moving. And anyway, so the satellite company had been out there several times to anchor the satellite and make sure that it didn't move. Now this should be very creamy. I don't know if you can see that. Very, very creamy. Just really, really good and creamy. Not over mixed, but just real good and creamy. It will thicken up when you put it in the refrigerator to chill because the cream cheese gets, you know, back hard. But anyway, it should be kind of creamy. So she's out there and she's beating on the satellite. So my dad gets up and she's turning and twisting on it. She's like, "How about now?" And he goes, "Still can't see nothing." So, needless to say, the satellite went kaput that day because I unplugged a little bitty thing, and I had not told them at this point. I did not tell them that I had did anything to the satellite at this point because I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want to have the big bad one on Christmas. So, alright, I'm about to add a tablespoon of garlic and a tablespoon of onion. Just ground powdered onion. I use minced garlic because it works better and it has a better flavor. You can use powdered garlic if you want to, but it's better. I have found in my recipe that it's better to use minced garlic. So you just stir that up. Okay, so she finally gets on the phone with the satellite company, and they're like, "Well, ma'am, we can't send anybody out until next week because it's Christmas Day." And she said it's going to be a $50 charge something. Oh no, I'm just going to have to up $50 because I'm the one that tore this satellite up. I'm the one that caused all this. So at the end, they waived the $50 fee because she had trouble in the past with it, and they did get it fixed, but I just couldn't believe all that happened just because I unplugged that TV. Alright, I'm about to add about 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. Now in this sharp cheddar cheese, you do not want I don't want to call it cheap brand, but you want a high quality cheese. You want a very good cheese. You want a cheese that doesn't have a lot of extra processed stuff in it. You just want a very good high quality cheese. And you don't really need to get anything that has been pre-grated or is in the bag. You want to buy a block and you want to grate about 2 cups of sharp cheddar. Sometimes to give it a little bite, I will shred half a half a cup of extra sharp cheddar cheese, and then a half a cup of extra sharp cheddar cheese, and a cup of sharp cheddar cheese. But my favorite is just 2 cups of cheddar cheese. My iPad is doing something funky. Let me fix that. Okay. So anyway, 2 cups of sharp shredded cheese, and you want to add that a little at a time, and then mix, because you don't want to break up your cheese. You kind of want it to still have a little bit of consistency and to be a little bit whole. So endless to say, they finally come back out. They finally got my dad's TV back on, and I had to fess up that I did tear it up. I didn't tear it up, but I intentionally sabotaged the TV on Christmas Day. But in my defense, I had no clue my mother was going to go out there with a hammer and beat on the satellite dish. Oh, man. I'm just going to add the rest of this in there. And at this point, just making sure my iPad didn't cut off. I'm not that great with technology. I'm going to show y'all what it should look like. This is what it should look like. So that's my pimento and cheese story. And every time I make pimento and cheese, I can't help but think about Christmas, how I tore my dad's satellite up because I wanted some peace and quiet on Christmas. I usually serve this with some gluten-free crackers because I have to have a gluten-free diet. My husband has it on whatever type of bread I have at the moment. He loves it on the little crackers that the little rice crackers, and he also likes it on croissants. But let's see how this tastes. That is good. That is real good. Now you want that to chill in the refrigerator for about a day as the spices marry. It has a really good all onion and garlicky, cheesy flavor. When you serve it, you need to let it sit out in the refrigerator for a few minutes because it is kind of like the consistency of cream cheese. When you first take it out of the refrigerator, it has that consistency. So when you first take it out, you're going to want to let it sit for maybe about 10 minutes, and it will soften up a little bit so it will be spreadable. But anyway, I hope you liked my story. I hope you like the pimento and cheese. Let me know how it works for y'all, if you like it or you don't like it. So, but anyway, next time I have another story for y'all about burnt bacon. It was on a trip to Savannah, so stay tuned. See y'all next time. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Bye, y'all.